I'm Michael Bain, and welcome to Triggered, coming to you as always from the secret hidden bunker in the Rocky Mountains and Dragon House Studios, brought to you this week by MTM Case Guard, my favorite great big plastic box manufacturer, and Hunter's HD Gold shooting glasses. Today I want to come back to a gun that we talked about before because I like it a lot, and the more I've shot it, the more I liked it. That is this gun. It is from Rock Island Armory. It is their 9mm AL 9.0 6-shot 9mm runs off moon clips. The more I've shot this gun, the more I really like it. The trigger pull is good. It's heavier than maybe you want in an ideal world, but keep in mind that it's a 9mm gun. And if you're going to be shooting junk 9mm, something that comes from the far side of the world in a steel box, trust me, the primers are hard. Single action trigger, super. Grip, ugly, but on the other hand, fits my hand really well. Adjustable sights, classic Smith & Wesson, red insert front. It's a thoughtful gun. Secondly, this European bluing, this Czech bluing, this is from Alpha Proj in the Czech Republic. It's a beautiful gun. It looks good. I was just going to keep it for T&E, and I've recently started begging Rock Island to sell it to me because this is a gun that I would like to keep. I also wanted to show you, I like it so much, I got new moon clips for it. These are from TK. Now, TK Custom, they are the best moon clip makers in the world. If I could steal from lyrics from an old James Bond song, right? Nobody does it better. If you're carrying this gun, say, for self-defense, you want TK moon clips in it. You can get cheaper moon clips for this gun. By all means, buy a bunch of them. And that way, when you actually step on them on the range, you won't feel nearly so bad. But if you're using it as competition, you're using it as a self-defense gun, or you're a prepper, and you very much agree with my idea that you need a 9mm handgun, because 9mm is the single most common round on earth, this gun will do. It's not an inexpensive gun, which I think you could probably tell by looking at it, but it is a very good gun. Competition-wise, I believe this drops right into the IDPA revolver class. 6-shot, iron sight, 3-inch barrel, weighs about 32 ounces, which makes it, maybe a tiny bit lighter than the classic Smith & Wesson K-frame, 357 3-inch, and fits K-frame holsters mostly. I say mostly, right? They come at night, mostly. But you can find good holsters for it. It's a great gun to shoot. TK Custom works. When we come back, red dot sights.
You know the R.I.A. 5.0 packs radically new innovations, but we didn't stop there. Introducing the R.I.A. 5.0E. The E stands for enhanced, as in new optics cuts and plates. The updated barrel is crafted with improved materials and slide geometry. The look and feel is also enhanced. Plus, new lightning cuts show off the updated match-grade barrel. Experience the enhanced R.I.A. 5.0E today.
Welcome back to Triggered, and look, 1911s, 9mm 1911s. I have always loved 9mm 1911s. The problem is 1911s and 9mm haven't loved me. This was a gun designed around the 45, and it took some years for manufacturers to get everything right. Spring rates, especially magazines. I think until the great Rob Latham invented the 9mm Springfield magazine for 1911s, most 9mm magazines were a crapshoot. This is an Ed Brown magazine, 9mm. It's perfect. That's why I wanted to show you this particular gun. This is an old Kimber Target too. Kimber built this gun for me like 15 years ago, and then it went to the great Bruce Gray. And Brucey Gray, maybe one of the greatest gunsmiths ever, took this thing apart and blueprinted it. Every single part to spec. I shot it in IDPA Enhanced Service Pistol. But what I wanted to show you today is this Ruger lightweight Commander 1911 fitted with a C&H Precision optic. I've been really interested in these optics since C&H brought them out a couple of years ago and finally decided to try one. This is their everyday carry optic. It is the size of, say, SIG Romeo Zero, Holosun 407K or 407C compacts. I forget the designation. Everybody has numbers. But I sent this to C&H Precision. They machined the slide and they fitted this dot to it. It just came back yesterday. I put the pistol back together. It is a super little sight so far. I like the fact that it's got, you see here, a sight, rear sight here. And that way, when you look through the sight, you see a red dot, but you also have a backup iron sight, which is what you might want for a gun that was going to be carried, be a good self-defense gun. And I think this is a gun you could carry. We've talked a lot about the SDS, TSIS 1911, which is out for a little work being done on it. You'll see it in a couple of weeks. But the more you work with these little guns, the lightweight commanders and in 9mm, especially with a red dot sight, the more you think like, I carried a 1911 for a long time. I'd like to carry it again. So I'll let you know in a few weeks how much I like or dislike the C&H optic. By the way, C&H just this week came out with a 2 to 12x scope, first focal plane, but with only a 24mm bell. Now we've been talking about 2 to 12 as the new 1 to 6, right? 2 to 12 scopes are a really great choice. The C&H Precision scope is like, call it $1,400. But some of the 2 to 12s we've been looking at have been over $2,000, so decide as you will. But I look forward to trying that scope as well. And when we come back, I'm going to throw a little light on the subject. This week's Triggered is brought to you by Rossi. The legend continues. Stoger. Everyday tough. Hunter's HD Gold. They change so you don't have to. MTM Case Guard, quality shooting sports accessories. And Ed Brown, the best money can buy for over 50 years. Welcome back to Triggered. And you know, we've been having lots of big talks about white lights on guns, a lot of buzz on the internet, good, bad. But one of the things I think we can all agree on is if you have a long gun in the home as a self-defense tool, long gun is a shotgun or a rifle, say an AR, you need a light on it. You need a white light on it because why? It's really hard to shoot rifles and shotguns with one hand. So the white light becomes, to me, a necessity on a long gun used for self-defense in the home. You also know that Streamlight's been my sponsor since I've been doing any kind of media production, 20, 25 years. This is their newest rail-mounted lights. These are the TLR RM2s. They are 1,000 lumen lights, and they also have a laser. Now, some people don't agree with me, but I have, on my self-defense long guns in my house, I have a white light and a laser. Why would I do that? Because once again, if I have to go to a long gun in defense of my home, things have gone really, really south. Otherwise, it's just a handgun. But these lights, absolutely excellent, rail mounted, easy to use, long battery life, and more than anything else, you got 1,000 lumens. And with these lights, you can pretty much light up most of my house. Also, you can get a pressure switch however you want to mount them. So you can get it with a red laser, or like this guy, you can get it with a green laser. So once again, you may argue about white lights on handguns, but one thing that you don't want to argue about is a white light, and I think a laser, on any long gun in the house that's set up for self-defense, especially the shotgun, especially that shotty. Okay, that's it for this week's kiddos. I'm Michael Bain. This is Triggered. You can find us, of course, on michaelbain.tv. You can find us on Rumble. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on X. michaelbain.tv. We're always free. And thank you to Hunter's HD Gold. Thank you to MTM Case Guard. We will see you next week.